Hi everyone and welcome back to Diamond Paintings with me, your host Mike. Today we are going to be doing hopefully the whole of this block here. So yeah, just going to load some wax up and yeah, we'll get sorted, shall we? So let's start off with what I did this evening. So last night, because obviously I was doing dog duty at my relatives, so I stayed Sunday night over there, and then she was coming back on the Monday, so I thought, great, I can go back home now. And she came in about, I think it was like 3:30, and gave me my gifts. So obviously I wanted to stay because I knew she had gifts for me, so I wanted to stay until she got that. And then I had a quick bite to eat. There's these new things you can get, which are basically, they're like hash browns, but they've got bacon in them. It's like a mini hash brown, and it's in like a cylinder sort of shape. So about that sort of big. If that makes sense. And yeah, they're quite nice. So I had a quick, I thought, well, I'll eat here because it'll save me having to go back and then start cooking. That's like a man's worst nightmare is cooking. Certainly is for me. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like cooking. Hence why you see me have quite a lot of Big Macs there. And also because I've had a new oven installed. Apparently, when I turned it on, it was smoking, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on here? And it turns out that new ovens have to stand there for a while or something. Oh, would you be blown? Look at that. I've just found my craft knife under the diamond painting rack thing. Brilliant. I was looking for that yesterday when I was doing Timeless Classics. So that's a book collection, by the way, about Jane Austen. So yeah, got back and I got on the train it must have been about 7 o'clock. And while I've not had a phone, it's just been so boring just standing there because, the time drags like hell. And when you've got a phone, it just goes really quick. So yeah, I've done that. I'm going to move this washi tape up a bit because it's getting in my way. So I'm going to lift it up a centimetre or so. Just take it up a smidge. There we go, that'll be fine. And yeah, so got on the train about 7ish. Or actually, no, I think it was 4 o'clock because I got back here. And then the first thing I wanted to do was get that Blakelands video up, because we was almost close to near enough 7 o'clock. So I needed to get that sorted by the time I got in, filmed that. And then to my surprise, because I thought, well, I was originally going to leave on the morning because I knew that I had Timeless Classics being delivered. And I checked the tracking and surprise, surprise, nothing. Because normally it's supposed to, say ready for delivery, but in this case it didn't. Then about 6 o'clock in the evening, I got a knock on the door from Royal Mail, and I was like, oh my god, wow. Because you don't expect them to deliver after 5 o'clock. And yeah, I got that, and I was like, at last, And I said, how are you? You're right, it's one of my regulars. Because we don't have a regular, we used to have a regular postman, but you don't really see him anymore on this route. So, yeah, we have all different ones, but it was one of my guys, one of the regulars that I see. But he normally does the different route over near Jacquard Way. And I said, oh, you been busy? And he said, yeah, I've started at 7 o'clock in the morning and I've still got 2 blocks to do. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it's a decent, it's a decent slice of pay there. It's what, I don't know how much they get because every job is different pay rates, but I suspect national minimum wage, which is $9.50 an hour. But yeah, I suspect he's got quite a lot of good dosh there. Do you remember that? Dosh. They used to call money dosh. Oh, have you got any dosh today? Yeah, I'll give you £5. Oh, Mum, can I have some dosh? Oh, the good old days. So, yeah, so I've done that, and pretty much where we are now, really. No, because I'm still on the evening. So then I think I've done some EastEnders was on, so I wanted to eat the lollipop. I'm still halfway through because it's so bloody big. And yeah, just done some emails, getting them down. I had to print some. I'm going back through the Route Master build because there's a problem with one of the wheels, and I need, this is a build that I do, but there's on the other end of this, there's like a little badge thing that connects onto there, but it's on the wheel, you've got this logo thing that goes into the hubcap. It's got a little roundel with 2 pins on it, so that's why this is on hold for the minute. So I'm printing the PDFs again because I want to see exactly what I'm working with and if I've missed anything out, because I'm pretty sure that we had that. So I need to look into that. And yeah, and then it was sort of like bedtime, and was watching TikTok because there's so many funny things on there. And then woke up today, and what do we get on the news? Oh, the cost of living crisis. And I think Liz Truss is worse than Boris Johnson, in my opinion. There was an undercover video on, not so much an undercover, but it was basically a behind the scenes, if you like. It was basically a behind the scenes, and she was saying, oh, this doc, it's something to do with the decor that Tony Blair put in. She didn't really approve of it, and yeah, I don't think she knows what she's doing, in my opinion, because this is what I don't get, right? So they're saying to the government, rant time, rant alert, they're saying to the government that, no, the government is saying to us that we're getting this £400, understood. So we're getting this £400 and it's going to be paid £66 per month over October, November, December, I think January, and then they're stopping it. And then what do we hear? Oh, she wants to cut she wants to cut benefits. So everyone on universal credit and all I think it's mainly universal credit because there's different benefits. She wants to cut that, and I'm thinking, so we're getting told that we're getting this £400 that we apparently don't have to pay back. So if she's making cuts to universal credit, then that means that you are paying it back, because obviously you would have got more money now, and then if she's cutting it, she's reducing your allowance by however much she wants to cut. So technically you are paying it back. Oh, she wants to save £40 million. Yeah, right. And then she's talking about cutting everyone's pensions. There's a TikTok video on there of this chap that's saying, don't you dare, Liz Truss, you know. But I just don't think she knows what she's doing. And this is the thing. I mean, for the Bank of England to step in and say, look, no, you know, that just goes to show that this government is not working. You know, you can't keep borrowing. You can't borrow and borrow and borrow. You know, the economy is never going to recover. And obviously, there was an article on news last night. Apparently, some sort of tax that she wanted to cut, the Chancellor has U-turned it, because it said tax cut U-turn. So does that mean that she's now going back on the original plans that she was saying, or what? So, yeah, I think this is a big con, if you ask me. Because they're saying you don't have to pay it back, but then they're saying they're going to cut pensions, they're going to cut this tax, that tax, they're going to cut people's benefits and all this stuff. So I don't know whether you're coming or going with this. And it's getting to the point now where I'm just sick and tired of hearing it. For example, it's like the war in Ukraine. Why? We know there's a war between Russia and Ukraine, understood, but why do you have to keep broadcasting it every day? You know, Ukraine is nothing to do with our country. neither is Russia. So why do they keep showing us what's happening in Russia or Ukraine? I just don't understand it. You know, it's nothing to do with our country. Okay, yes, I think the war's been... I think it's because of the war. Something to do with the president put the war in... There's a war, but our gas is going to be costing too much because of the war in Ukraine or something. But again, Ukraine and Russia have nothing to do with the UK. So I don't understand why they keep... You know, if it is because of the war thing, then fair enough. But every single day, cost of living, you know, there's a war in Ukraine. You know, it's just every single day. And it's getting to the point now where I'm just getting so sick and tired of hearing it. And I'm thinking of, you know, not watching it until this whole mess is sorted. And, yeah, so... Last night, I didn't even bother watching it because I watched the BBC one, you know, the one at 10, but then there was Look East after, and I was like, I ain't watching that. Because all the channels repeat exactly what the other news channels do. So yeah, I've done that. And I thought, right, I'm going to work on this fluorescent light tube because the kitchen light, after 7 years, the fluorescent tube has broken up, basically, because you're getting light at one end of the tube and then it's solid black in the middle, which means it's gone. And got in touch with the landlord, and surprise surprise, they're not going to do nothing about it because it's a light bulb. We don't change light bulbs. Understood. But on the rent agreement, on the tenancy agreement, it clearly states that any white goods is the landlord's responsibility, and this tube and the actual light fitting is white. Now, I understand, obviously, if the light bulb needs changing, fair enough, that's my responsibility. But the fact that this is a white product, you know, you've really got... What I'm trying to say is you've really got to try and fight with this landlord because they don't like paying anything. And, yeah, so I can't guarantee how long it's going to take. I mean, it's took 2 years in the making to get this cooker sorted. So, yeah, I'm up for a fight, really, because I'm not paying it. £34 for a light bulb, that's disgusting. So I said, right, okay, if the light bulb is my responsibility, fair enough. So, you know, can you change the light fitting then? Because this fluorescent tube is almost 34 quid, which I'm not going to agree to. And then she was like, if you want to change the light fitting, you need to seek permission from the landlord. Okay, but I don't want to install it myself. You know, this is something that needs changing by you. And yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's just one thing after another at the moment. So yeah, I'll just argue it and argue it and argue it, and if need be, I'll take it to the housing ombudsman. I'm very hot on, you know, company failure. I'm sorry, but I've always been like that, and I will always win. 10 times out of 10, there is a case, normally 1 in 10 cases I lose, but, you know, the majority, I've won over 80 cases, so the majority is I will probably win this, and they'll soon get fed up. The way to get it done is keep emailing them. They'll soon get fed up with it. And then I keep getting this email from AliExpress, and it keeps going to my spam file. And I said, look, I'm not interested in this advertisement thing that you're doing. Can you please unsubscribe me? They take no notice, and they've emailed again. So I said, okay, I'm now going to speak to my landlord, my broadband provider, and I'll get an IP ban put on you. So what that means is, as I said in the other video, if I want to block, because even if I block it, they can still email you, because it's to do with the next phase to block that is, as I said, if you've got a wall there, this is your IP band signal, so the signal is going through, but because it's not blocked, it's going through the gap and still getting through. Even though you've blocked it, it will go to spam. So what we need to do is, with the IP ban, it's hitting the wall, and that's what will happen is once they block that email address, it will just hit the wall and it won't go to that inbox, because I don't have the power to do that IP ban. But it's the same crap over and over again, and I'm just getting fed up with it. I mean, it's almost like they don't take no for an answer. Another one is Snack Surprise, right? So I've not been with Snack Surprise for several months now, because after the last one I got, it was full of crisps, a few other things, but I just felt like it wasn't what was stated on the website, and they said we've got delivery problems. Okay, but that's not my problem, you know. So they said, we've seen that you have not been with us for so long, we'd like to give you 40% discount. And I was like, thank you very much, appreciate that, but you know, after the last box sent me a bunch of crisps and a few other bits, because it's supposed to be one thing of each item or a couple of things of each item, but you're supposed to get something different from around the world, and they basically copy Snack Surprise, which Snack Crate and Snack Surprise is basically the same thing, but they try and copy it and change it for copyright reasons. Very similar, Monster Munch, there's companies that bring out crisps that are exactly the same, called Claws, but they have to change it for copyright. And yeah, so they're not taking any notice of that. So I've asked my broadband provider if they can get that blocked, because it's just ridiculous. You know, when you unsubscribe, you're supposed to abide by that, and you're supposed to sort that out, and they've not done it. So, but anyway, rant over, guys. I felt like I needed to tell you all that with the you know, this cost of living crap. But yeah, it's getting to the point now where I just don't want to watch the news anymore, because it's just bloody ridiculous. I mean, you've got all the strikes. It's depressing watching it, if I'm honest with you, because it's the same crap every single day. Oh, we've got strikes, we've got this, we've got that. So, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to crack on with this. And this is quite a lovely section here, because this completes the sort of first line of the block, which we're only on the 3rd of October, and that is a big achievement. So I just have to keep plodding along. Oh, no, hang on. C, hashtag. Okay, so C. See, it catches you out there. So I'll try that again. Yeah, there we go. Now, I have got some Lenore strips, because my friend said that to get these bags undone, you're supposed to get these Lenore things and put them in the freezer or something to get them to unstick. So I've got some of them, and I need to watch her video on how she does it. So yeah. But yeah, apart from that, it's I wanted to start this at like 9 o'clock, but had delays in that. I'm thinking about starting to do the November video. That is a really big push, because I have to get it done by the 4th of November. I've got between the 1st and the 4th to crack it, and it's quite the same. It's near enough the same size as this. And I was going to do it all throughout November, but because it's like, you know, firework, bonfire night, I would like to get it done in very similar, October's 31st. So I would like to get it done before the 5th, because unfortunately the deadline is at the start of the month rather than at the back of the month. Just going to move that again, because that was in the wrong place. So yeah, I'm thinking probably, it's hard to say, but probably in an hour a video. But the way it would work is you would get 4 videos per day. So probably 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 10 o'clock at night. As I said, that's not set in stone yet. I'm not entirely sure how I want to plan that, because I've got to get it finished in 4 days. So yeah, it is gonna be quite, and if it isn't finished within 4 days, it'll just roll over until the next year. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do that. The pressure's on a bit, but And that's the other thing with BBC, is they keep showing news from other countries, but that's supposed to be on the international station, which is ITV. But anyway, apparently there's a new BBC channel coming out with the news as well. So, but the studio's changed, isn't it? They've got bigger screens now, so you actually see them rather than on auto cue. Auto cue is a little screen that has words running up it where what they're reading. So when they're looking at the camera, they're looking at auto cue, reading what's on the auto cue. And I've always wondered how it operates, because like, does the system detect when he's reached that line, or does it, you know, is someone behind the camera sort of pushing the arrow key down, you know? Because I believe they're actually in that booth on their own, because the cameras are automated. When you see them standing up, they're actually on their, like the camera's there with no person on it. So it makes you wonder a bit. The other thing I did was I checked the meter today, and still no sign of the so-called £66 that we're supposed to be getting. But I've got to allow 7 days. But that meter's running low, so, you know, I'd like it to go on fairly soon. But I've been seeing these videos on TikTok. Apparently, people are putting £30 on their meters, and then when they wake up, it's down to £4 something. Now, obviously, with smart meters, you're paying what's called a standing charge. That's just for having the meter there. But obviously, the in-home monitor as well takes money. And yeah, so I don't know how that's happening, but the electric is not that expensive. I'm finding it's more, with the British Gas, I just keep having to top up nearly every 5 days, or like nearly every 2 days, whereas normally it's supposed to last like a fortnight. So I don't know what's causing it. Because I have an electric oven. I only use gas for like hot water or putting the radiators on. So I'm not entirely sure how it's using so much. But to be fair with you, I do, British Gas have this little facility thing where they'll help you with money if you're, you know, they can put a temporary credit on. But you have to, their meter collects the debt and repays it when you top up. So it's taking £3 per week in just repaying that back, which is fair enough. You know, they've helped me out. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know if we've got enough, guys. Look, we've only got a smidge. Having said that, I think, no, that's Purple Sunset. I think that's all they gave us. Oh, wow. I'm panicking now. I'm panicking, we ain't got enough. Master of the sea. Oh, by the way, I looked on top of my fridge and I haven't found that colour yet. But this colour here, which is 21, that colour refers to this bracket colour here. So, yeah, I'm still on the lookout for that. Have you noticed nearly every painting I do, there's always a gap somewhere because I have so many jewels everywhere. But since having this diamond painting rack thing, I just keep the drills set up. I don't have to change them and that, so it's really, really good. Ding dong merrily on high. I'm going. I don't know actually. I'm trying to get something to rhyme with ding dong merrily on high. I was going to say ding dong merrily on high. Michael's gonna die, but that's irrelevant because I won't die. Eventually I will, but I've always had, this might sound stupid, but I've always had this dream that when you get old, I could have a pig's heart installed, and then I would live forever. But yeah, I don't think that's possible, because apparently a pig's heart is the closest to a human heart, and heart skips a beat, Holly Murs. So yeah, I don't know on that, but yeah, that TikTok, I only really knew of it because my sister ordered a bottle from there, and I liked the bottle when I ordered it. I say that, I still got to order it, so that's a little lie there. But I found all these funny videos, and it's just the granny. There's a grandma on there, and I think it's her grandson called Bo, and oh my god, she's hilarious. She is so funny. Such a lovely lady, but funny. And she was on this morning, and there's another video on there where this woman's having a go at Philip and Holly while she's on the actual show, and it's live on air. Something to do with, there's thousands of people queuing at the Virgil for the Queen's death, and you get fast tracked to the front of the queue, which is fair. Why should other people have to wait all that time when they get to go right through to the front of the queue? It's not right. So yes. Well, it won't be soon before we're all watching Christmas films. With Christmas, what I do is I watch a different film for each day of the Christmas season. So, like, Ralph on 1st, Polar Express on the 24th. I always watch the Polar Express on the 24th. But yes. But I film right up to I think last year I stopped on the 23rd. And then I came back briefly on the 27th till the end. Because don't forget that we're supposed to be getting that. Whoops, to apologise. We're supposed to be getting that Batmobile. Not the Batmobile, the Bat Tumbler. But I had an email yesterday from Premium Collectibles and Trading. Not them, but IXO. Apparently, they have now required the assets from Egamos, and they're gonna. Apparently everyone's getting this Google form or something that we fill in, and they're gonna now get the the parts that you need. But a very big but. They say they've required the assets, but does that mean the entire run, or does that mean the parts that they still had left in the warehouse? Now, IXO are pretty big, so yeah, I need to get onto them about that, actually, because I still ain't got that Google form, so I need to find out what's going on. But it means that we'll soon. I was watching a video in America yesterday, one of my friends, Jerry, and yeah, he got the same email as well, so yeah, hopefully it won't be long before we can get things up and running again, because I can't remember the last time I worked on the Ecto. I only got as far as the hood, and yes, so we'll just have to wait and see. I think they're rushing it, because to get that email already, I mean, that shows that it's gone pretty quick. But obviously there's all legality issues that they've got to go through the courts and that to get that database and thing. Because I think they've bought like the rights to use the... I mean, as World of Wayne was saying, they're going to have to probably change all the wrapping to IXO and all that. And obviously all the customer database, so they know who signed up, because that's how they knew. That's how they know who's got the email, who's got the collections and who's haven't. So yeah. But it's really weird, isn't it? Because I have companies that I shop with, And some are in Canada, some are in France, so it's getting used. It's like I could be sitting there in bed and then like 2 o'clock in the morning I'll get an email from Canada and it's like they're open at this time of night, and then I have to realise that obviously they're in a different time zone, aren't they? So, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to go and get a headache pill because I'm getting a headache. So just bear with me and I'll be back in a minute. Went in the other room and it's already in this room. Oh. For some reason I keep getting headaches and it's bloody annoying. Okay. Oh. Okay. You know when you sort of, with me, when I'm in pain, I try not to take pills because I've now only got 4 ibuprofen left. But I can only take 4 every 4 hours, and there's a limit to 8 pills per day. So if I get that limit, I'm you know, I can't take any more until the next day. So trying to get paracetamol at the moment is quite challenging because they're horrible pills, you know, the big like roundish ones, but the long ones, and the taste of them is rank. I normally go for the blue and white ones that are in the capsule thing, but yeah, bloody awful. Awfully. You know that in Nanny McPhee where she goes, awfully. It's bloody awfully. I remember the scene where this kid puts a worm in someone's sandwich, and she goes, awfully. And she's bloody eating it on camera, and I'm like, no, don't eat it. I mean, she must have obviously knew it was there, but you never know. It could have been a sweet in disguise of a worm. You don't know. But yeah, and guess what's happening again this week, guys? A bloody rail strike. So guess what? I get the weekend off. Yeah. Obviously management are not happy, but do I care? No. And they were like, you need to use alternative transport. And I'm like, no, because I pay a train pass. And yeah. I'm not really bothered if, you know, and then she goes, you may get disciplinary action. And I'm like, I don't really care because, you know, I'm sort of, I've said to them countless times I'm thinking of leaving, and it's almost like they want me to stay because every time I say I want to leave, they fix the problem. So it's almost like they know I'm a good worker. Do you see what I mean? So it's, I mean, let's be honest, I'm the only original there because all the rest have left. They've got a really bad reputation. They can't keep their staff. Like, I had another person start there and she's left in the space of 2 weeks. So it's almost like they don't want to, you know, let me leave really, but they can't exactly stop me. So, but I'll give them a few more weeks to sort this, because what it is I'm owed sick pay, but they're refusing to pay it, and they reckon that they don't pay sick pay. Yeah, it's rubbish, because on my form, on the wage slip that I got for, I think it was, oh, when was it? August or September? They paid sick pay, and it says SSP, which is statutory sick pay. So, yeah, what they're saying is a load of rubbish. So, and they know not to mess with me because they know I can be a right git. But it's true, you know. You're saying that you don't pay sick pay, but you do, because it's got in black and white on the previous form. So the one that I did for, I think it was around about the 21st and the 22nd, I was not well, and they're not accepting it because apparently they don't pay sick pay, even though in the September one, the September one, I had sick pay on there from a previous time that I was ill. But yeah, they're not having it. They've rejected it 3 times. So I'm like, what is the point in having a self-certificate form if you don't pay sick pay? So, and she was like, I'm more confident than not that you're not entitled to this. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll see what the tribunal says. Because I'm actually taking them to tribunal. I'm not joking. I've had enough of it. Don't pay sick pay. What a load of crap. Load of rubbish. They don't like, you know, you're expected to pay all your uniform. It's just ridiculous, but I want to be a postman. But yeah, so I emailed them and said, look, I can't come in. You know, you need to recognise that there's strikes. And I said, if you've got any problems, speak to Greater Anglia. So, and if they do penalise me for that and they don't pay me, because apparently if I don't go in, I don't get paid. However, you know, you need to understand that it's beyond my control. So I will fight that. So, yeah. But it's nice because I get the weekend off and no one wants to go into work at the weekends. And because I've got a weekend contract, I never get the weekend off, you see. But because I can't get in due to the strikes, Greater Anglia have done me a bit of a favour there because I get the weekend off. Yes! I'm sorry, but I'm really excited because I get the weekend off. I never get a weekend off, you see. So I'm not entirely sure what I'll do this week. But weekends are days that I don't film, so I might go to my mum's house and get on with a bit of trying to find this root masterpiece. Because it is such a shame. I really want to get this moving again. Oh, I really want to get this moving again, but it will come when it comes. Pish posh. I need to get some washi tape for that eagle, actually. Forgot about that. Washi tape, oh yeah. Washi tape. It's washi. We've got about 10 minutes left here, guys. Oh my god, yeah, I was watching this video on TikTok and there's a guy called Fabio and he's getting a lot of trolling at the moment because people think he looks like Michael Jackson, and he does look like Michael Jackson, but he's saying on there, he's basically defending himself and he's saying, I was born this way, I've never had plastic surgery, but boy, is he a split image. Definitely looks like him. And then people are saying like, why are you pretending to be Michael Jackson and this sort of thing, and I'm thinking, it's hard to say because looking at the nose and the nasal cavity, it does look like he's had plastic surgery, but he's saying that he's never had it. So, you know, that's what you have to believe. I'm not going to make a judgment on that. But yeah. So after this, I'm going to probably start the swans that I got from the works, and then I'll do a bit more because it's nice to have like a break of doing the same painting all the time. So the swans are quite a short one, so I might do that. And obviously, if you've got diamond paintings and you don't like the colour of the drill, use your own. Be creative, you know. So pretty good. Oh, baby, baby mine, don't you cry. I'll see if I can play it. Alexa, 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 stop. Alexa, play Baby Mine by Jonathan Antoine. I won't paying that. Alexa, stop. Okay, I can't show you it, but it's called Baby Mine. It's called Baby Mine, and yeah. Alexa, stop. Shut up. No, I don't want that. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. For God's sake. But yeah, that's another argument. Why do I have to pay for Amazon Music when it should be included in Amazon Prime? It's one of them days today, you know, where everything's getting on your nerves. I've got a song that will get on your nerves, Joe Pasquale, yeah. But you know when you're getting a day where things ain't going right and it's, you know, it's one of them days where you just like really... I think it's because I'm just stressed, you know, over this headache and getting this done and trying to meet the target for it. But... once I get onto the second block, that's where it gets fun, because we do this block and then we get to do the pumpkin. Oh yes, I'm really excited to do that. Can't wait. But ain't Bobby Dabra, not Bobby Dabler, sounds like Ant and Dagger Bobby Dabler. You know Bobby Brazio, who plays Freddy in EastEnders, ain't he doing a good job? It's fantastic. He's doing a really, really good job. He's so like his dad, Jeff. He, you can see it. But there's this, on TikTok, there's these videos, there's this man that waits for every cast member, and he basically has a chat with them, and he goes, today I'm here with the lovely, for example, Jessie Wallace and stuff like that. And there was a video of Stacey, you know, Lacey Turner, who plays Stacey. Personally, I think the directors there decided to call her Stacey because it rhymed with Lacey. I could be wrong, but she was showing all her house and her peacock chair. Oh, wow. I so want that. And then she was saying that she had this unit that she bought for £5 and she upcycled it. And her favourite thing to do with every day is hoovering. I don't really have a favourite thing to do. Let me know in the comments if you have a favourite thing that you do. Okay guys, I'm going to finish this line off and then we'll call it on this one, because I think we're near enough there. Done a good session here today. So yeah. I need to sail and to see to see what he could see, and all that he could see, bottom of the deep blue sea. There's this app called Smule, S-M-U-L-E, and you sing with people on there. Oh man, I've got to get that out. I've got to show you guys some point. But obviously, Christmas, when I'm diamond painting at Christmas, we'll be playing a lot of Christmas songs. And even if I get a copyright strike, that don't go against me because I'm not monetized. So I can still use that. But we'll play some Christmas songs. So yeah. So just because you use a Christmas song, don't automatically assume that you're going to get a copyright strike. It doesn't work like that. They only copyright you if you're monetized, because obviously the revenue, when I use that song, the revenue is not going to me, it's going to the owner. So it's like on my Spitfire video, I got a copyright strike because the idiot that was doing the video decided to use music that was relation to copyright, and it's done it on every video, but it hasn't caused me any problems because it's not copyright. Well, it is copyright, but it's not. As I said, they said, and when you click on it, it will say you don't need to take any action because you're not monetized. So, what's going on here? No, I said I finished that line. Look, what's happened here? Let's put that one in there, and that one in there, and to round it off, I'll just do one more. Got to give it an odd number, 4. Okay, so that's where we are with that, guys. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. And yeah, another session done and dusted. As I said, we are battling to try and find this colour. It's got to be around here somewhere. It's a creamy white sort of colour, but yeah, I will find it. I'm determined to find it. And if not, I'll buy another painting to get that colour. Because I want to do 2 of these anyway. One for here and one for my relatives. So, but yeah, that's what it's looking like. Hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Remember to tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos I do. And I will see you tomorrow at the usual time at 7:30 for another session of this lovely painting. And it won't be long before, if you look over there, we're going to be starting the face. And we'll get the eye done, I reckon, but we'll have to wait and see. Take care, guys. Bye.